Good evening, one and all present here. I am Tejas Sharma. I have done my bachelor in physics from Sharda University, and right now I'm recently enrolled in University of Tunku Abdul Rahman, Malaysia, and I'm here to present a brief overview of my work, that is ionic liquid doped polymethyl methacrylate for energy applications. So this is my presentation flow, that is introduction, device based on polymer electrolyte, methodology, result and discussion, and the last conclusion. So in the introduction part, as we all know, the supercapacitor have high energy storage density as compared to the normal capacitor. And so basically supercapacitor are divided into two categories, that is first is EDLC and the second one is pseudocapacitors. And we are mainly focused towards the EDLC part, that is electric double layer supercapacitor. So this is the general representation of EDLC and DSSC. As you can see from the figures, that the components of EDLC is a current collector, electrode material, and the third one is electrolyte. Similarly, we have the DSSC, FTO glass, blocking layer of TiO2 paste, dye, polymer electrolyte, uh, and platinum coated with the protonic acid, and the last FTO glass. Um, as you can see from that two figures, that polymer electrolyte part is common in the supercapacitor, EDLC, and as well as the DSSC. The polymer electrolyte part is common, so we are mainly focusing on that polymer electrolyte part. So here is the I would like to discuss with the problem, what problem in our journal solid polymer electrolyte. In the if we I discuss about the solid polymer electrolyte, the main problem is behind that their low ionic conductivity. Yeah, low ionic conductivity of solid polymer electrolyte. So our main motive is to enhance that ionic conductivity by adding some of plasticizers, formation of blends, or you can say composite, addition of ceramics, and some new dopant like ionic liquid, salt, and all. In this work, we have doped some new type of ionic liquid, that is EMI Okay, so in the next we have a synthesis of polymer electrolyte film. This is a very well technique known as solution cast technique. So if I discuss about this, the solution cast technique is used for fabrication of polymer electrolyte film. Initially, host polymer, that is PMMA, was dissolved in double distilled water for around 4 to 5 hours, yeah, at room temperature using a magnetic stirrer. Finally, after finally the solution were prepared in a glass petri dish, and common solvent was allowed to evaporate slowly. And at last, a film of copolymer, that is of PMMA, was also prepared using the same procedure, using the solution cast technique. So next we have the role of ionic liquid. What ionic liquid play role in that polymer matrix? So ionic liquid particularly enhances electrical conductivity. It's play the role of charge carrier as well as non-volatile plasticizer. It also provides iodide source to enhance the performance of DSSC, and also it is a good candidate of electrochemical devices. Okay, so in the next we have um, device based on the polymer electrolyte. First one is batteries, fuel cell, sensor, electrochromic displays, dye sensor, solar cell, and supercapacitor. In our laboratory, we are mainly focused on last two point, that is DSSC and as well as supercapacitor. In this work, I mainly focus on these two devices as mentioned below. So the first one is the impedance spectroscopy. So as you can see from the graph, at the high frequency region, the graph contains a semicircular spot that attributes the parallel permutation of bulk resistance and capacitance of a developed our polymer electrolyte film. So you can see from this graph that RB, our bulk resistance, represents the dielectric polarization and ionic movement of the ions and the cations. So here we have the conductivity and dielectric measurement. So in the conductivity, as we all know, conductivity increases with increase in number of charge carriers. Secondly, I would like to add that it is quite clear from the table that conductivity increases with increase in conductivity increases with increase in number of charge carriers. Okay, so it is quite clear that ionic conductivity increases with increase in weight percentage of ionic liquid, around ranges from 5-8% to 35-8%. After 35-8%, the our polymer film is not stable. So we are mainly we have attain our maxima at 38% of ionic liquid, and we attain our maximum conductivity, that is 8.83 into 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter inverse. Okay, so and the similar pattern we can see observe on the dielectric measurement. So basically dielectric is we study because of to fix a relation between ionic conductivity and dielectric. We have evaluated dielectric constant of IL in polymer metric ranges from 5-8% to 35-8% at three different frequency, as you can see from the figure, and indicated color in the red, black, and the third one is, sorry, blue one. Okay, so dielectric constant value we have calculated by using the formula of C is equal to E by epsilon naught. It is noticeably seen that the values of dielectric constant increases as increase in IL concentration and follows similar behavior as we observed in conductivity pattern. So the next one is we have FTIR analysis. So FTIR in represent FTI spectra of pure PMMA, whereas spectra of pure PMMA, where major peaks shows CH stretching, you can say carbonyl group COO, CH bending respectively at the values as shown in, you can see from the slide. And the second, the other common peaks in pure polymer matrix, that is of PMMA, are also present in IL doped polymer matrix, which can be confirmed from the FTI spectra. So the next we have the TGA analysis. So it is clear from the graph that pure PMMA film is quite stable up to 303 degrees Celsius temperature. After this temperature, polymer film start degrading repeatedly, which reaches 14.8% of polymer remaining at 417 degrees Celsius. And if we observe the second curve on the other side, 38% of IL of PMMA polymer electrolyte film is stable up to 336 Celsius temperature. So now we have the XRD portion. So it clearly shows the both samples. The first one is a pure PMMA film in red color, and the second one is 38% of IL PMMA film. First one is showing in black color, and the second one shown in the red color. Pure PMMA shows the two broad peaks at 2 theta 13.8 and 13.2, which is confirmed as semi-crystalline peaks observed in the PMMA matrix. On the other hand, in 38% ILDO PMMA film, XRD spectra clearly shows broadness in peak, which interrupts the decrease in crystallinity. So next we have the fabrication of EDLC. In the EDLC, in order to fabricate EDLC, we have employed the maximum IL doped polymer electrolyte film and sandwich in between porous carbon synthesized from cornstarch material that is reported elsewhere in the journal, coated on the current collector sheet. And next we have the cyclic voltammetry of prepared cell. From the figure, it's noticeably seen that graph reveals a mysterious shape curve, which is typical behavior of a supercapacitor. However, the CV data did not show any rectangular or ideal shape to the polymer having weak interfacial contact with electrodes, but still giving the specific capacitance of 130 microfarad per gram at the scan rate of 50 millivolt. We have calculated the specific emission by using this simple formula I upon S, where I is the current collector and the S is the scan rate. So this is the fabrication technique of dye sensor solar cell with our polymer, that is polymer electrolyte. So first, to develop a laboratory scale DSSC, we have used conducting fluorine doped tin oxide, which was washed with distilled water, acetone, and ethanol to in an ultrasonic sonicator, followed by drying in an oven up to 60 degrees Celsius temperature. To prepare a working electrode, first the blocking layer of TiO2. The blocking layer of TiO2 was coated on the FTO glass using a spin coater method, following by the annealing of 500 degrees Celsius temperature for around half an hour. After coating of a blogging layer, porous TiO2 paste, which is also working as a blogging layer, semiconductor paste was coated on that FTO class of working electrode using the Dr. Blade method, which is very well known, approximately 10 micrometer thickness. This is the table showing the photovoltaic parameter extracted from the current density voltage curves of DSSC. Uh, Here we have developed the DSSC using the same maximized iron doped volume electrolyte, which shows a short circuit current density of 7.23 milliampere centimeters per centimeter square, which shows the efficiency of 3.54% at 1 cent condition at the voltage of 0.61 volt. And here this is the formula of efficiency to calculate the how much efficiency we have get in our system. So at last, if I conclude myself in this work, high conducting iron doped polymer electrolyte has been synthesized for electrochemical application and attain maxima of 8.83 into 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter per centimeter at 38% of ironing liquid. Also, we have developed a supercapacitor based on maximum conducting polymer electrolyte film, which shows the specific resistance of 130 microfarad per gram at the scan rate of 50 millivolt per second. Also, we have fabricated the DSSC device using the same optimized polymer electrolyte film, which shows a short circuit current density of 7.23 milliampere per centimeter square and a voltage of 0.61 volt with an overall efficiency 3.54% at one sun condition. So thank you very much for your kind attention. If you have any question, then please ask me in the coming presentation. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Thank you so much.